The final pair in Top Fuel is on the line right now. That would be Spencer Massey, and you are on board. He's currently fourth. The other lane, you just saw him come back. Antron Brown. Is Antron going to remain number one, or is his teammate about to try and rip it right out of his hand?
Well, I think he will because of two reasons. That run last night was a huge run. I mean, he was 400s quicker than Tony Schumacher, who was number two. So that tells you how good that run was. Plus, the conditions are a lot warmer than they were when Funny Car ran. Mainly the track conditions. You know, you're up when you get up over 100 degrees. We saw a little bit ago it was 107. That means the track's just getting a little bit trickier. So I think it's going to be hard to run quicker than that 381. I think you know, they're probably going to look for like the 385 to 387 range right here.
Here we go. Final pair of the fourth session. One session to go. Yeah, well, that kind of petered out. And to a big sigh out of the grandstand because neither Massey nor Brown gets down the track, but Brown remains number one.
Well, and this is a situation where crew chiefs will go out there and say, okay, we think the track can hold this, and they're going to push, they're going to run it to that edge and see if it will, so they can have good data for tomorrow. You know, they wouldn't necessarily have that tune-up for tomorrow's eliminations, and it probably would go right down the racetrack.
The Top Fuel standings with one more session to go. They have 5 here at the Big Go. It's Antron Brown number 1. We've said that a bunch. Tony Schumacher sitting in there number 2, and Brandon Bernstein is now up in the 3rd place, pushing Spencer Massey down to 4th. Terry McMillan, one of the key players in this game of points, is 8th.
The other players, David Grubnick in that 10th position and 10th qualifying, and then Bob Vandergriff, as we mentioned, trying to get in the show with that 395, is in 14th. Pat Dakin, the only car that didn't run in the 3s, he's on the bump spot with a 401.
And of those not in the field, here is that list, and it includes Rod Fuller and Corey McClenathan. Long list, though, so you can imagine that battle for the last couple of spots is going to be huge when we come on the air at 5 o'clock with the 5th and final session.